Hi, welcome back. We are going to do a little mat workout focusing on the abs and the core. So you can do, it's about 15 minutes as it always is. So if there's certain exercises you'd like to omit at any time, it just depends how your body's feeling, or just if it's too many ab things at once for you, just do a couple of them, take a break, or stop there. You don't have to do the whole 15 minutes. Or if you felt really good after the class and want to repeat it twice, just, remember less is more, but it's your class. Do what you like with it. We are going to first warm up. So we're going to warm up the spine, but it's also going to end up kind of warming up the tummy, because we're going to be working the tummy a lot. Cat and cow stretch. So well, there are actually many ways you can do this, but two specific ways you can do this are hands and knees. Inhaling to relax your belly. Exhaling to round your spine, and just go back and forth. If you'd rather not do as much hands and knees stuff today, you could sit however you like to sit, and inhale, lengthen forward, and exhale, round back. So same idea, just a different version. So whichever way you'd like to do it, just take some deep breaths. Good, and then have a seat, have a sit down. And we're just going to warm everything up. Even though it's ab focused, we want to warm everything up because everything is involved. Rotate your wrists, big arm circles. And then relax the arms down, shoulder rolls. We'll do a bit of stretching for the legs near the end, but we're going to start with our first exercise on our back. Come on down. This is kind of taking dead bug. Excuse me, dead bug. So first you want to come to a nice neutral position, nice level pelvis, relax the rib cage, nice long neck, and we're going to lift the legs up to tabletop. So as soon as you start lifting one, remember you have to wake up the core to support that back so you don't lift away from the mat when both legs come off the floor. So remember, as soon as that second leg comes up, tummy, tummy, tummy. Try to keep this the same. We're going to reach the arms up, palms facing in, and reaching one arm back and the opposite leg out, and pull back in. And then switch. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now if you wanted a tiny bit less ab workout, you could toe tap instead of lengthen, so it just makes the foot, the leg a little lighter to take away from the body. So stretching it out or toe tapping. Arms reach back, but just make sure your ribs don't pop forward, so keep the back of the ribs stuck to the mat. Last 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Lower one foot at a time, arms down, and we're going to roll over onto one side and up onto the forearm. So one thing to always keep in mind when you're doing any kind of workout is to have little props that specifically are just good for you and your body. So even having a folded up towel or something soft to extra cushioning under the hips at any time, or even under the elbow if you need, or roll your mat up. Just make sure your forearm and your bottom hip aren't digging into the floor uncomfortably. So this one is also a bit of an arm workout. We're going to hand on hip or hand on the mat. You're going to push your legs into the floor and lift your hips up and down. So this does work the core. It's heavy. Up and down, any height will do. Press into that arm, supporting that shoulder. Now, some people will have shoulder issues and you might not like this particular exercise, but I'm just throwing it in here for anyone who wants to try it, because life is a cookie. One more time. And then we're going to switch right over to the other side. Just doing a handful of them, so that's all you need. Elbow under the shoulder, stack the knees, lift and lower. Last 3, 2, and 1, and then come onto your back. Now this one, if you have a small mini ball or a little cushion, you could prop it underneath if you like for a little extra lift off, because we're going to do kind of a reverse crunch here. So find that support again, lift the legs, arms by your sides, and we're going to try to lift the hips a little bit and down, and lift and down. So even if you can't, say you can't even get your hips to lift off the floor, all you want to feel is the work trying to, you know what I mean? So even if this is all you can do, say, I don't even want to say all you can do, you're still feeling it, so it doesn't matter. So whatever you can do, if you get them a little higher, that's great. If you can get them really high, just don't go onto your neck. But basically, you're just trying to get those hips off the floor, or at least feel the work trying to do it. And breathe. Exhale, inhale down. One more time. And down. Roll over and come onto your hands and knees. All right, we're going to do some slow mountain climbers. Now, if you're not in the mood for hands and knees, you could always come down onto your forearms, and you can kind of do this exercise. There's just enough room. Your hips might be a little higher, but you could do it. But if you can do it on your hands and knees, we're going to do 10, but we're going to do them slow. So if you're coming into full plank with me, come on up, and we're going to do one. We're going to exhale it in. 1, and back, and 2, and back, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Lower the knees. You can come back either to a little child's pose, or you can sit up and roll your shoulders back, rotate your wrists, whatever you need. Take a little moment here. And then we're going to take it's actually from a yoga pose called Thread the Needle, but we're going to turn it into a bit of an obliques workout. So hands and knees. We're going to take one arm up, doesn't have to be high, just however high, nice little twist, and then you're going to reach that arm through under the other. Just reach it through, like you're twisting. Come back up, reach it out. Take it through, exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, through. So this is a nice stretch as well, but it's just a little bit of a wringing out of the muscles, a little bit of work too. And one more. And then back to the center and switch sides. Other arm goes up, any height. Big breath in, exhale, reach it through. Inhale up, exhale through. So you can let this other elbow bend as you move. Let it bend and stretch just naturally. It's more about that reach through that you're going for. Up and through. Last 2. Last 1. And up. Again, you could sit back and just shake out the wrists a little bit. Okay. We're going to lie down again. We're flipping around like a pancake. Just keeping it interesting. Coming down, we're going to stretch the legs up. So, your legs might be straight, they might be bent, doesn't matter. Just make sure you're supporting your back, waking up the tummy. We're going to put one hand behind the head, other hand's going to reach up and try to touch your toes. And then switch hands behind the head, other arm reaches up, touch. Don't actually have to touch, we're just reaching. So make sure you're breathing. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Now, make sure you're not pushing your hands into your head, and if it feels better for you, you can even have both hands behind the head and just crunch up and down instead of the reaching, if that's making you push into your head. Last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Lower the feet one at a time, onto your side, and up and over to hands and knees one more time. I'm going to turn this way. This is kind of coming back to our cat and cow stretch a little bit, because what we're going to do is take one leg back, lift, big breath in, and then exhale, bring that knee to the chest. Inhale it back, exhale it in. So you're getting a little stomach crunch. Keep breathing. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Put the knee down, sit back, and just shake out your wrists a little bit. Other side. I'm just going to stay facing this way. We're taking the other leg up. Big breath in. Exhale. Bring the knee to the chest. Let your back round a bit. Inhale back. Exhale in. So this also, as you reach your leg up and back, is going to work the back of your legs too and your tushy a bit. Bonus. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And put it down. Sit back, have a little shake out. Good. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna one more on the. Just bear with me. On your side. Come on your side. All the way down your side. And you can bend your bottom leg, because we're going to play with the top leg, so the bottom leg bending will keep you steady and stable and keep you from flipping on your face. So we're going to bring one hand back, and we're going to, bring your hand behind your head. Let's do it this way. You're going to try to bring your elbow to your knee, and then stretch, come down a bit. Bring it up, crunch. So I don't have my knee right to the side. It's not right in front. It's kind of on an angle. Just so you'll feel your abs a bit more that way. So we're exhaling up, and down. And up, and down. Now again, you're not pulling on your head. It's just there it's actually not even there for support as much in this position. It's really just to think about reaching the elbow to the knee. Last 3. Last 2. One more. And down, and we'll switch on over to the other side. Hand behind your head, bottom leg bent, top leg stretched out. You're going to lift your head, elbow to knee, and stretch, and lift, and stretch. Exhale, inhale. And 4. And 3, 2, and 1. And then come over onto hands and knees one more time. This one's for your arms too, actually, but it will work your core. We're going to hands under shoulders, knees under hips, curl your toes under. Try to keep your spine nice and neutral. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hover your knees just off the floor. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Feel that core suddenly engage. Inhale down. So you want to make sure you're not warping your spine. We don't want to round it. We don't want to let the low back dip. Just trying to keep that nice neutral position as though you had a tray of drinks balancing on your back. You don't want to spill them. You're just barely hovering your knees off the floor, just barely. Again, even if you feel you can't get your knees off the floor, As long as you feel the work trying to, especially in your stomach. Last 2. And 1. And down. Again, just sit back, maybe roll your shoulders back, rotate the wrists. Maybe a big arm circle or 2. And then we'll do a little lunge. So, however you need to, get a foot through there. Just giving the legs a little stretch here because they were involved. You can hold on to something, or yoga blocks, or anything you need, or hand on your leg. Just a little stretch. And then we'll do the other leg. Just switching sides. Stack the knee right over the ankle. Because we did work the tops of the legs as well, and the hips were flexing and doing things, so it just gives the hips a little relief as well. And then take it back. And then if you like, you could come onto your stomach just for a second, onto your forearms, and this just gives your stomach a little stretch from all that work it just did. So just elbows under the shoulders, pressing into the arms so you don't sink your shoulders. Just a little stretch, nice stretch for your back too, but it, of course depends how your back is feeling. So you could stay here for a few breaths, or if you're not into this stretch, you can skip it and just come to sit however you want to sit. And we'll interlace the fingers behind to squeeze those shoulder blades together, open that chest. If you don't like the squeezing feeling, you can just reach back. And then release, just roll those shoulders. Deep breath. And you're done. So yeah, just a little taste of an ab workout for this week. I'm doing abs all month this month, so we'll do some standing stuff, probably some stuff in the chair too. So, and then we might do a combo standing and mat. See how it goes. Ab month. Yeah. I'll see you again.